Why do I do this to myself? Why do I let you guys decide what I cover on my stream? All yes, tipster reading about, oh my god, is that really what this is? Is that really what this is? I put you guys in charge of this, and I have regrets. Oh my god, why did they have to show such a big dog? This is some Whitney, Wisconsin shit right here. So chat, Uber in the chat brought up something called the dog pill in regards to Vaush, and I had no idea what this was. They're like, yo, do you know about the dog pill? And I'm like, no, what the fuck is the dog pill? And so they linked this article in the chat written by Vaush back in 2020. The rise of the dog pill, misogyny, fetishization, and big dogs. Okay. And I asked my chat, should I read this? This was impromptu. I had something else planned on the docket to cover next. And so I had you guys take a vote. And the vote was like really close. But it's looking like at the end here, yes wins. I guess we're reading this thing. Half my chat is super excited to hear about this. Half my chat is not. So I'm hoping... Oh God, what did I get myself into? Why do I do this to myself? Why do I let you guys decide what I cover on my stream? That was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. But it was an idea nonetheless. Democracy wins here in the tipster community. So we're going to read the article. Apparently this is a 6-minute read. I got to be honest, the little preview image here, not great. Fembro in the chat says Democracy L. I guess we're going to find out if this is a Democracy L. Let me put on my readers for this chat. I put you guys in charge of this, and I have regrets. Regrets have been had. Okay. Here we go, chat. We are going to find out what the fuck is the deal with this shit. All right? Without further ado...
Play that shit!
Or in this case, read that shit. Here we go. Anyone even passingly familiar with the geography of online political communities has probably heard of the red pill, a term which refers at once to a community, an ideology, and an epiphanous realization. To take the red pill, or to be red-pilled, is to accept a particular worldview, and that worldview is this, that women are fundamentally unlike men, that they are weaker and stupider and more cowardly and more easily manipulated, and that society has been constructed in a way as to mask these deficiencies and disadvantage men. Further, the red pill response to this state of affairs is to abandon the dogma of gender equality, accept that pursuing the validation of women who cannot love is a sign of weakness, and emotionally exploit women to maximize your personal satisfaction. Oh, that sounds lovely, chat. That sounds lovely. All yes, tipster reading about, oh my god, is that really what this is? Is that really what this is? I'm not even going to repeat what was said in chat. At least that's what the red pill used to mean. Its original meaning has diluted with time. These days, every demagogue with a YouTube account and a Patreon is selling their own red pill. The red pill is a reference to the Matrix. It was the thing Neo had to consume before he could be taught the true nature of his broken world. Note that the following scenes, the ones in which Neo learns he is trapped in a computer simulation programmed by robots to enslave the human race, spoilers I guess, were not ones in which Neo adapted a new ideology. His values didn't change. There wasn't a debate. He was simply discovering the world's true nature. That's how the red pill is packaged. Not as an ideology which can be challenged, picked apart, and easily here dismissed, but as an acceptance of the world's true nature. Therefore, criticizing the red pill is tantamount to admitting you live in a state of deliberate ignorance. They have a term for this, and it's called taking the blue pill. That's also a Matrix reference. The connotations are obvious. If you are blue-pilled, you're not really in disagreement. You're just asleep. You choose comfortable ignorance. You're not just wrong. You're not even emotionally strong enough to understand the position you're trying to argue against. You can't handle the truth, essentially. Okay. Chat is not happy with me reading this. I think we should clarify that this is one big shit post. Okay. It's a wonderfully cultish way of insulting yourself and your ideological peers from having to challenge your own beliefs. It's effective too, which is why the pill terminology has grown so popular online. I've seen people claim they're red pilled because they don't believe in climate change, because they believe Jews are working together to build a new world order, because they voted for Donald Trump in 2016, because they don't believe the official 9/11 narrative, because they don't trust the Federal Reserve, because they don't buy gluten-free products, because they're vegan. I've seen the term invoked by high schoolers and I don't know how to say that word. Octagon, yeah, whatever. It's usually conspiratorial and usually right wing, but not always. Let's not even speak of its bastard stepchildren, the pink pill, the iron pill, the white pill, the black pill, and so on. Go Google them if you want. There's one pill, though, and a rather obscure one at that, which I've seen gain some popularity in incel circles online. The incel, or rather incel, is a portmanteau for involuntary celibate. And the community purports to be an advocacy and support space for people who are unable to find a romantic or sexual partner. Between, or rather, why this doesn't say between. Jesus, I can't read today, Chad. Plenty of wild stuff comes from a myriad of incel communities, from near comic levels of misogyny to suicidal ideation bordering on that of a death cult. But this might just take the cake. The dog pill. Oh no. We're into the dog pill now, chat. This is where it goes dark, isn't it? This is where it goes dark. Octen yeah, I still can't pronounce it. Oh my god. Somebody tried to put it in chat in a way that I could. You know what I should do? Oh, you know what? I know what we can do. Hold on. Because that word's gonna bother me. We can't just walk past that one, okay? How do you pronounce
Octogenarian.
Octogenarian?
Octogenarian. Octogenarian.
Octogenarian. There we go, chat. I learned a new word today. Okay. Let's go back. So the dog pill. This is where it gets dark, right? This is where it gets bad. Okay. Stay with me on this one. To take the dog pill to be dog pilled is to accept the immutable and inarguable fact that women are so lascivious they will often sleep with larger dogs. What? They will often sleep with large dogs, in part because doing so is preferable to having sex with low-value men, the aforementioned incels. Women do this, it seems, because their debauched need to be dominated by strong males is so base that it extends across taxonomical lines. What the fuck am I doing? I have made a complete and utter lapse in judgment. This is some Whitney, Wisconsin shit right here. To take the dog pill is to accept that at this very moment, the girl you like, the girl you would treat perfectly if she'd only give you a chance, is right now, with roughly equal likelihood, being bedded by either a muscular frat boy or an equally muscular but somewhat less intelligent mutt. This is the dog pill. That is what it means to take it. Oh my god, why did they have to show such a big dog? No! Oh, I want to self-terminate in Super Mario Brothers. Jesus. I know its tenets are extremely convincing, but control yourself and resist the temptation to take the dog pill until you have, at the very least, finished reading this article. Now, many people who claim to be dog pilled make that claim ironically. It's a deeply silly worldview. It's not surprising many of its advocates would just be trying to get a rise out of people.
Thanks for the money, you fucking simp.
Thank you.
Gizmo Hibiki donated $1. Looks like Scooby-Doo is getting an extra Scooby snack tonight.
No! Oh shit! Why would you say that? Irony doesn't preclude sincere belief after all, nor does trying to get a rise out of people who among us have not at some point believed deeply in something we knew we would be judged for, and so only expressed our belief through a veil of irony. Don't lie to me. Oh, lying.
What a fucking
no
weaselly
lying.
little liar, dude.
Let us consider the dog pill then, with the sincerity many of its proponents must certainly speak with. It's easy to imagine this worldview was conceived as a masturbatory fantasy first and a coherent ideology second. I've seen the incel forum threads where the lonely and dispossessed moan they'll never be able to receive female affection your average dog would at the park or house party. The commenters type more fervently, posting pictures of women, usually young, white, and conventionally attractive, smiling near dogs. The vitriol elevates. They begin to describe in detail what they imagine those girls must be doing with their dogs when the cameras aren't on. Acts which are, at time of writing, illegal in 46 states. The eroticism and hatred reach a fever pitch as some enterprising commenters begin posting actual zoophilia, the photographic evidence of which only reinforces their belief these carnal acts must be something almost every single woman engages in, and frequently too. Eventually, the come down kicks in, the eroticism dies, it's just misogyny now, and the bemoaned musings of people desperately longing for the physical affection dogs get without even trying. I mean, who hasn't wanted to be a dog at some point?
I feel like I've outpaced him intellectually.
I'm dying inside, chat. I am. There's a little bit left. Let's just finish it. Funny as this all is, and it really is hysterical, it does fundamentally stem from a deeply depressing state of affairs. There are people online so committed to telling
Thanks
stories.
for the money, you fucking simp.
Thank you.
Blitzwin donated $2. That's a very wet snack Scooby is having.
I hate you so much right now.
You can shut the fuck up,
Thanks
bitch!
for the money, you
I
fucking
fucking
simp.
hate
Gizmo
everyone.
Hibiki donated $1. Looks like Droopy is finally gonna smile tonight.
I hate you for that. Funny as this all is, and it really is hysterical, it does fundamentally stem from a deeply depressing state of affairs. There are people online so committed to telling stories of their own undesirability that they will convince themselves they are less sexually desirable to women than dogs. And while I cannot deny there are some fabulously cute dogs out there and some very amorous women, I think that's how you pronounce that, it remains my opinion that if given the choice, most women would by far rather sleep with a sexually undesirable man than they would a dog. I am blue-pilled on the dog pill, and I await with great eagerness the next absurd theory sad men on the internet develop to explain why they aren't having as much sex as they would like to be having. Thank God that's fucking over.